You can work fewer hours, take longer vacations, leave the office at 4 p.m., and still live a stable, comfortable life. Or you can work longer hours, grind nonstop, skip vacations, push harder every year, and still feel financially stressed. That's the strange reality when you compare the United States and Germany. And here's the uncomfortable truth most people don't like to hear. Being productive does not automatically mean you'll earn more money. In fact, Germany is one of the most productive countries in the world per hour worked. Yet Americans, on average, take home higher incomes. So how does that make sense? If Germans are so efficient, why aren't they richer? And if Americans work more, why do so many still feel broke? This question messes with everything we've been taught about hard work, success, and money, and by the end of this video, you might completely rethink how you define productivity and how you chase income. Let's talk about the quiet struggle first, because no one likes to admit this part. Across the world, millions of people are exhausted. They're doing everything right. They wake up early. They show up on time. They do their job well. They meet deadlines. They're productive. And yet, their bank account barely grows. They look at their paycheck and think, is this it? They look at inflation and think, I'm running just to stay in place. They feel guilty for wanting more because society keeps telling them they should be grateful. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever worked hard for years and still felt financially stuck? If yes, you're not lazy and you're not alone. The problem isn't productivity. The problem is how productivity is rewarded. And that's where the US and Germany quietly split into two completely different worlds. In Germany, productivity is about efficiency, stability, and balance. In the US, productivity is about output, scale, and leverage. Those sound similar, but they lead to very different incomes. Let's look at Germany first. Germany is famous for its engineering, precision, and efficiency. German workers produce a lot of value per hour. Factories run like machines. Processes are optimized. Meetings are short. Work hours are respected. In many German companies, leaving work late isn't a flex, it's a red flag. It means something went wrong. Employees get strong labor protections. Paid vacations are generous. Healthcare isn't tied to your job. Unemployment safety nets exist. From the outside, it looks like a dream. And in many ways, it is. But here's the trade-off no one talks about. In Germany, wages are compressed. That means the difference between average and high earners is smaller. Raises are predictable. Promotions are structured. Risk-taking is discouraged. You don't easily jump from good income to life-changing income. Ask yourself this. How often do you hear about German employees suddenly doubling their salary in 1 year? How often do you hear about a German worker quitting their job to chase a crazy idea? It happens, but it's rare. Now let's shift to the United States. In the US, productivity isn't about how efficient you are per hour. It's about how much value you can scale. Americans work longer hours. Yes, but more importantly, they're pushed into systems that reward results, not balance. In the US, income is not capped the same way. You can negotiate aggressively. You can job hop without stigma. You can fail publicly and try again. A software engineer can triple their income by switching companies. A salesperson can out-earn their manager. A creator can make more than a doctor. Is it stable? No. Is it stressful? Absolutely. But the upside is massive. That's the key difference. Germany rewards consistency. America rewards risk. And income follows risk, not productivity. Let me ask you something honestly. Would you rather have guaranteed comfort or uncertain upside? Which one do you think leads to higher average happiness? Which one leads to higher income? Now let's ground this in a real-life scenario. Imagine two people. One lives in Munich. The other lives in Austin, Texas. Both are 30 years old. Both are skilled engineers. Both are smart, disciplined, and hardworking. The German engineer works about 8 hours a day, gets 25 to 30 paid vacation days, has job security, healthcare covered, predictable salary increases. At 30, they're comfortable. At 40, they're still comfortable. At 50, they're secure. Now the American engineer, they work longer hours. They switch jobs every few years. They negotiate aggressively. They worry about health care. They take stress home. At 30, they might be struggling. At 35, they might hit a breakthrough. At 40, they could be earning more than double their German counterpart or burned out. Two very different paths. Neither is right, but only one system consistently produces extremely high incomes. And that's where people get confused. They think if I'm productive, I should earn more. But the truth is, income is not paid for effort, it's paid for leverage. Germany limits leverage to protect society. America amplifies leverage to reward winners. Now here's where it gets uncomfortable. In Germany, productivity is decoupled from ambition. In the US, ambition is tied directly to money. In Germany, working more doesn't automatically mean earning more. In the US, working smarter or riskier can completely change your financial trajectory. That's why you'll see Americans obsessed with side hustles, startups, investing, and personal brands. It's not just culture, it's survival in a system with weak safety. Nets but massive upside. Let me ask you this. If your job disappeared tomorrow, which system would protect you more? And which system would give you a faster way to rebuild wealth? Now let's talk about the myth that causes the most frustration. The myth is, if I'm productive, society will reward me. That's only partially true. Society rewards what it values. Germany values stability, equality, and quality of life. America values growth, innovation, and winners. That's why a German factory worker might be extremely efficient, but capped in income, and an American influencer might earn millions with no traditional productivity. Does that feel unfair? Maybe, but it explains reality. And this is where most people lose years of their life. They try to apply German logic in an American system or American logic in a German system. They work harder when they should work smarter. They chase balance when they should chase leverage. Or they chase money when they really want peace. So what's the actual lesson here? The lesson is not America is better or Germany is better. The lesson is know the rules of the game you're playing. If you're in a system that rewards stability, stop expecting explosive income growth. If you're in a system that rewards risk, stop expecting comfort without stress. Let me ask you something personal now. Are you optimizing your life for comfort or for upside? And are you honest about the consequences of that choice? Because here's the brutal truth most motivational videos won't tell you. You can be incredibly productive and still never get rich. And you can be chaotic, imperfect, and still earn massive income. Productivity is respected, but leverage is paid. Now think about this question and really sit with it. If you stopped being busy and focused only on leverage, what would change in your life? Would you change jobs? Learn a new skill? Negotiate harder? Take a risk you've been avoiding? Or would you realize that stability actually matters more to you than money? Neither answer is wrong, but avoiding the question is what keeps people stuck. Germany teaches people how to live well. America teaches people how to chase more. And productivity alone doesn't decide income, the system does. So before you compare yourself to others, before you blame yourself for not earning enough, ask this: am I playing the right game or just working harder inside the wrong one? Because once you see that clearly, everything changes. And that awareness more than productivity is what actually increases income.